Hey guys, it's Hunter and welcome back to another video. The Gibson Les Pauls from this year's lineup have been pretty impressive, so when I saw this SG Standard 2017 T at the store, I just had to try it out. So how does it stack up? Let's take a closer look.
Five, 6, 7, 8. It's been a long time since he's seen his home. Don't remember his mama's face. It's been a long time since they last spoke, since he fell out of her grace. And in her heart, in her thoughts, she prays for his sins, because she knows in her head he's not coming back again. No, 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 no. Fuck the best and the worst, the pressure built till it burst. Seeing no way else out, he screams and he shouts. Fuck the hunger and thirst, freedom's gotta come first. Mama, that ain't no child. Your baby's young but he's wild. It's been a long time since she's seen her home, since she's heard her daddy's voice. It's been a long time that she's been alone, but it wasn't her choice. And in her heart, in her thoughts, she turns to it then, 'cause she knows in her head she's not coming back again. No, 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 no. Fuck the best and the worst, the pressure built till it burst. Seeing no way else out, she screams and she shouts. Fuck the hunger and thirst, freedom's gotta come first. Daddy, that ain't no child. Your baby's young but she's wild. If they had a choice, they'd rather have their voice. A mirror of a life, it won't suffice. So forget the best and worst of a life already cursed. We don't have to play nice. It's been a long time since he's seen his home. He's out on his own. It's been a long time since she's seen her home. She'll make it alone, don't make it a home. Fuck the best and the worst, the pressure built till it burst. Seeing no way else out, he screams, she shouts. Fuck the hunger and thirst, freedom's gotta come first. Well, now that ain't no child, just young and wild.
I've been using SGs for a long time. I got my first SG in 2006, it's an Epiphone G400 Custom, and I still use it in a lot of videos because it sounds awesome. But if I'm honest, I'm actually not the hugest SG guy. The bodies are a bit thin, so they're kind of neck heavy, which can be annoying, and the shape always looked a little funny to me. My girlfriend describes it as looking like a little ghost that's going boo. Now all that stuff is still here. The T in the name stands for traditional, so it's not surprising this guitar doesn't really reinvent the SG wheel. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The SG is a classic shape that's been around since the 60s, and the reason it's lasted so long is because a lot of people love them. If you're one of those people, you'll feel right at home with this guitar. Starting with the headstock, the SG Standard T for this year sports Grover locking tuners, which I really like. Locking tuners just make string changing so much easier, so I'm really glad Gibson has started to include them. The neck shape has a comfortable slim taper profile with a rosewood fingerboard. It's my favorite Gibson neck shape, so I'm glad they went with that this year. Combined with the low action, the playability of the SG Standard is fantastic, as you'd expect from a Gibson of this tier. The 2016 standards had the large pickguards, but this year they have what Gibson calls the small teardrop, which was originally found on the SG standards from the 60s. Not only is this a cool throwback, but it also leaves room for pickup rings, and altogether it looks, in my opinion, really classy. This particular one sports chrome hardware and a gorgeous alpine white finish. There's something about alpine white SGs that just looks so good, and I think gold hardware can sometimes come across as a little gaudy, so the chrome hardware matches the look really well. It is a Sam Ash exclusive, so just bear that in mind if you're looking for this specific finish. Tone-wise, I was actually very pleasantly surprised by the 57 Classic pickups. I generally prefer hot ceramic and Alnico 5 humbuckers, so on paper, the relatively low output Alnico to PAF reproductions seemed like they wouldn't really be up to the high gain modern rock that I like to play. But on the clean channel of my Marshall DSL 100H, they're clear and mellow. And on the lead channel, full and warm without getting muddy. Honestly, I actually really like them. Gibson pickups are generally pretty pricey by themselves. The 57 Classics go for $140 new a piece, so it's great that they come stock in the SG Standard, and if they aren't your thing, you can always sell them and have the money to replace them with a set of Duncans or a set of Fishmans. Look, this guitar does not reinvent the SG, and honestly, I think that's where Gibson is at its strongest. The company has hit a ton of stumbling blocks over the years with new models and new features that just didn't resonate with players or with the market. Meanwhile, guitarists have been playing SGs, Les Pauls, Flying Vs, Firebirds, and Explorers for years. They're staples of the guitar world. Simple 21st century modifications like locking tuners and removing the poker chip, and nostalgic inclusions like the teardrop pickguard and slim taper neck profile make this SG a refined combination of modernity and timelessness. In my opinion, the ideal SG for 2017. And while the Les Paul Standard 2017 T is about $3,000, the SG is a much more reasonable $1,400. It doesn't have the same chunk or over-the-top finish of the LP standards, but it plays just as well and is a far more affordable option for players who want a proper standard range Gibson. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, let me know your thoughts on the SG Standard in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more guitar-related videos. Reese did an amazing job on vocals, and Pad absolutely nailed the mix. Contact details and song download is in the description. Thanks to my patrons for helping fund this video, and to Sam Ash for making this guitar available. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome. This is the Gibson SG Standard 2017 T, and I will see you for the next video.